I'm laying on the floor doing my ritual with my feet up on the wall for digestion. Just literally laying on the floor with a pillow up underneath of my head. I normally put a blanket underneath of my body, but I have on. It's kind of chilly, so I have on sweatpants and a thick hoodie, so I don't need the extra padding. And I went to go get my water from downstairs, and I was about to start rushing, as I do sometimes. About to just bolt it down the steps for no reason, because I literally have nothing to do. And earlier, I kept getting thoughts of the movie Memoirs of a Geisha. Now, regardless of how you feel about that movie, I'm channeling it for a reason. The specific scene, if you have not seen Memoirs of a Geisha, go watch it. And then if you actually want to know about the history of Memoirs of a Geisha, of geishas, there's a documentary of geishas that you can search on YouTube and watch afterwards. But I was channeling for a reason. And that reason is Michelle Yao, I believe is her name. I believe it's Yao. If not Yao, I believe it's Yao. She tells her, what do you call it? Apprentice. Let me move my camera. She tells her apprentice, the girl that she is training to become a geisha, the one who's narrating the story. She's drinking water. I mean, she's drinking tea, and she's like drinking it really fast. And she tells her, she said, water, always in a hurry. And earlier in that scene, she also mentions her eyes. I believe she says her eyes are full of water, or she can tell looking at her eyes that she's full of water. And I have been channeling water for weeks. I've been taking more baths, more showers. I have been listening to water running, and I'm channeling that somebody needs to go to the water. Maybe not by yourself, depending on where you go. Somebody needs to go to the beach. Somebody needs to take more showers if you can, more baths. Somebody needs to go to a pool or something. Maybe if you have friends, go to a lake. Just to be by the water, even if you don't get in it. Ideally, if you get in it, that's even better. But water, hydrating your body inside and out, as well as getting in touch with your emotions. Allowing yourself to receive love. Being honest with yourself about you wanting love. Because we as a society, especially around whenever that Drake song came out, No New Friends, or and I think he made another song, well, many songs about getting his Scorpio feelings hurt by women who realized he was a loser. Because I used to listen to Drake. I did. I used to listen to Drake, especially when he was big on. See, there I go rushing again. All that. Take my time. Especially when he was big on, along with The Weeknd on Tumblr. I was a Tumblr kid, so. But along with Janae, Aiko, all of them. Some of us need to be real about the fact that we want love. We want relationships. We want romantic relationships. Even if you, because of trauma or because of the outside world, you don't think that you are going to get the relationship that you want, we are changing that mindset. We are changing that way of thinking. Absolutely. We are no longer thinking that way. We receive love freely. Period. We deserve to receive love. Period. Now, Hold on one second, I gotta readjust. Now, there are so many people who desperately want relationships and they desperately want love, and they're not going to get it because of their desperation. They're not going to get it. And they're not going to get it the way that they think that they are going to get it or the way that they want it because of their desperation. Because there's something going on with them. And I don't mean desperation in the sense of like you're affirming that you're going to be in a relationship, right? Or you're focusing on relationship. I mean those who are a mess emotionally, mentally, and in other areas of their lives, and they're focusing so much on getting a relationship that they're not even focusing on themselves. Gone are the days of, and people think we're still in the era of people getting in relationships no matter their status, no matter their emotional capability, no matter how fucked up they are. No, that's dead and gone. Now it may still happen for some people, but it's going to end not very good for those people. I already see it happening. We are now in a new time frame of bettering yourself for the one for you, and then you're going to align with your tribe. And bettering yourself doesn't necessarily mean you have to be perfect when they come. No, as long as you start. Even saying the mindset of my mental health is better. I have really good energy. I only attract what's best for me. I only attract those who are aligned with me and who I am. Those who will love me. Those who like me. Those who enjoy spending time with me. Those who enjoy talking to me. As long as even the thoughts in your head, that's all you need. Because you are already putting the wheels in motion to shift into who that person is. Even if you don't see it happening, as long as you're like, oh, I'm not going through this no more. I'm not going to have the same mindset and the same mental blockages that I've always had. No, that's done. My mind is clear and free to be able to create and receive the way that I know that I'm supposed to create and receive. That's all you gotta do. Right? And everything else will fall into place. Because I've seen so many people who are a mess and all they do is attract mess. Giving my own story as an example, right? When I was going through it, I was going through a very traumatic experience. And the dogs are barking. And I wasn't that much of a mess. Like I was starting to go through the growth process of picking myself back up, but I did need some assistance. And then that's when I met someone that I was in the longest relationship I had ever been in with. Well, I had met them prior because we went to high school together. But we had connected, and in the middle of us connecting, that's when I went through this traumatic thing, right? And they helped me so much with feeling safe enough to grieve what I had went through, to process it, right? But had I not been open to that, had I been, even though they were giving me the space, like literally, they were giving me the space to cry if I wanted to. They gave me the space to sit there and be quiet if I wanted to. They gave me the space to talk about it if I wanted to. And then they made me feel safe. They held me, they hugged me. But had I not been open to that, had I been fighting that and be like, no, I'm good. Oh, I'm all right. No, I'm fine. And I did, but I wasn't as aggressive. I was like, no, it's okay. It's. But they could see that I was not okay. And their approach was very gentle, which is what I needed, So I'm always grateful to them for that. But even though I was still a mess, I was a mess in it, going through it, I was open to having that emotional connection. Had I not been open to it, it wouldn't happen that way. It wouldn't happen that way. Because somebody can approach you with love and comfort and nurturing, but that don't mean you're accepting of it. I've seen so many times people have been approached with the correct type of love that they needed, and because they were so used to chaos and toxicity, they turned it away. They didn't think they were deserving of it. They were afraid to try something new, and that's the difference. That's the difference. Being open, opening up your heart space to experiencing something that you may have never experienced before, or may haven't experienced it in a while, you know? Slow down. One thing I've learned over these last few years, especially for women, divine feminine for feminines, part of opening your heart space, accepting that you do want love, you want to usher in love into your life, you want a relationship, romantic, platonic, you want to find your tribe, you're ready for that, is slowing down, nurturing yourself. Okay? Even if you do not have the physical strength or even mental strength to nurture yourself, accepting that you deserve to be nurtured. I have people around me who love to nurture me, who love to love on me from the most purest place of love. That's an affirmation that you could say or even think, you know? That's something that you can affirm to yourself. I deserve nurturing. I don't care if you are a disabled person who can't even wipe their own behind. If you say that you deserve nurturing, you deserve to have people in your life who want to nurture you, that's all you got to do. Who knows, you may find those people on the internet. You may find those people as in a service worker. You know, if you're out and about, you may find some, you know, you never know. You never know. But being open to claiming it because it's yours and you deserve it. Slowing down and not rushing. I injured myself a few years ago because I was rushing. I was. I was. That was the beginning of the end of my rushing. Because I'm someone who always walked fast. I grew up in a major city, and when you grow up in a major city, anybody from a major city, anybody from New York, that's why I loved living in New York, because everybody walked like they had somewhere to be. Like we got places to be. Like move. Like I fit right in. But I moved somewhere where I literally needed to slow down because no one was in a rush. I live in a very rural area. Where are we going? Where are we rushing to? Everybody is so chill out here. Like, where the heck are you going? And we could tell when somebody isn't from around here by how fast they drive. Unless you're going through, like, there are certain streets that you could speed on, you know, because the only thing that might pop out at you is a deer, you know, so you just got to be mindful of that. But other than that, where are you rushing to? The nearest store is 30 minutes down the road. Well, 20. You can't rush there. You're going to get there when you get there. Like, well, it's 20 driving, and it's probably a few hours if you have to walk. So I needed to learn how to flow with my environment, which created a groundedness in me that I don't care if I go to a place that's busy. I will move over to the side and allow the fast walkers to walk, you know, really fast. And I will take my time because I will not be rushed for anyone. for anyone. If somebody is trying to rush me, I do not need to be going where they're going. If I've learned to give myself enough time now to get ready. Because when you're rushing, you are not in tune with your body. And I know that people who rush, their minds are usually going a mile a minute. My mind was going a mile a minute. They're usually disconnected from themselves and their body, which means that they're disconnected from their heart space. They're disconnected from their sacral chakra, their creation, the root chakra, the creation spaces, and they're so usually so in their mind with things that they have to do. I'm literally speaking on going back into my mind about how I used to be when I'm saying this. Their mind is going a mile a minute and they're so connected to all of the thoughts. Instead of letting the thoughts come through and experiencing them and then letting them move through their bodies because of how they were raised, trauma, situation, society. They are led by everything outside of them instead of things inside of them, instead of their mind, instead of their body. And I stress, trauma because sometimes trauma can cause us to be outside of our body. Sometimes because of the trauma, we can want to be outside of our body. The last thing we want is to be out inside of our body. Health and everything else like that, affects that as well. After I injured myself, I literally fell down the steps and shit was, ugh. It initially was just a little sore, but I did a lot more damage than what I thought I did the way that I fell. I essentially shocked my Kundalini awakening in place. And that's not the first time I've done that. I think I've done that maybe 3 times in my life. And each time it was not fun. I do not suggest. 0 out of 10 recommend. But after the fact, after it happens, the transformation is beautiful. But do not do it unless you learn how to ground yourself. I don't mean like fall, but do not go trying to trigger a Kundalini awakening unless you know how to firmly ground yourself. Do not do it. I've seen people accidentally do it. I've seen people do it intentionally and they're stuck in psychosis and being diagnosed with schizophrenia. And not in a I'm connected with the spirits kind of way, but I can't even take care of myself kind of way. You don't do it. But I had to unravel. What happened is my spine got so bunched up that I had to unravel my spine, unravel the memories, unravel the trauma, to get back to exactly who I always was. That's exactly what happened. Who I was always meant to be. Because our parents, society, teachers, traumas, students, all of these things can try their hardest to control you, to tell you who you are, to tell you who you aren't and what you can't be and what you can't like and what you can't do. I was called a rebel by every adult that had ever come across me, right? Including my mother. And I learned that you are only called rebellious to people who realize that they can't control you. They can't shape you and mold you into who they want you to be. And even though they started to, it started to work. There was always a part of me that was fighting. There's always a part of you that fights against something that you know that isn't true for yourself. For me, it was my body actively telling me something's not right. I was constantly staying bloated. I was constantly craving foods that had no nutritional value. Baby Snickers and nacho cheese Doritos. Oh my Lanza. And oh, here was the combination, right? Get ready. After school, the combination. Oh, I've been laying down here for 20 minutes. Cool. After school, the combination was two beef patties because they were like $1, I think, back when I was in middle school at 7-Eleven. Two beef patties, a bag of nacho cheese Doritos, and a Snickers. Ooh, and during the summertime, a Slurpee. That was my after school snack, and I don't even think I paid maybe $3. Yeah, because I think a bag of nacho cheese Doritos was like the big bag was like 75 cents, I think. Because the little tiny bags that they got the nerve to charge 75 cents for were 25 cents. And I think the beef patties were like $1. Yeah, because sometimes they would be like two for $1 or two for $2, depending on the season. Yeah, and then a Slurpee was like $1.19 or something. Yeah, I didn't pay more than like $1 and some change, or I mean $3 or something. And that was it. That was my after school snack on the way home because it took me like an hour and a half to get home on a bus and the train. So I needed something, to tide me over. But I realized that like my stomach, that food didn't agree with me. Like I could do a beef patty, like an actual Jamaican beef patty, from time to time. But the Doritos and the Snickers and definitely the dye-filled Slurpee, even though I still love the taste of a Slurpee, my body, especially because it was cold. Cold things are not good for my body unless I'm really, really hot. Like unless I'm running hot, like I've eaten some hot stuff, or maybe I've eaten a lot of carbs, or it's hot outside. Really cold things just don't do well in my stomach. Especially now while I'm living here. I live on the East Coast right now. But when I move to the West Coast, I'm pretty sure I could do a little bit more cold, of course, because I'm going to be living in a desert. I could do more cold things then. But now, I need warmth. Slow down. Okay? That was a reminder for myself. I was like, why do I feel called to watch Memoirs of a Geisha? And I watched it for the first time all the way through last year with my family. And because my mother actually went to the movies to go see it, and she had the book. And I think she watched the original documentary too. And I never watched it. I think she didn't let me watch it, because I was a kid when it came out. 2002? Maybe? I know it was 2000 something. But yeah, I wasn't even 15 yet, so she definitely wasn't gonna let me go and watch it. But she told me how beautiful, it was, despite the actual story behind it. And I think the original story was written from the view of the white man that went and went to go whatever. But I could be wrong. I don't remember. But anyway, slowing down, taking our time, honing in on your craft. Somebody needs to focus on their craft. You spend enough time being distracted by television. I unplugged my TV and put it in another room. Not to say that I'm never going to watch it again, but it was too tempting for me to watch it when I know there are things that I do want to focus on. So it's not like you're forcing yourself to do homework when you don't want to. But you know that there are some creative things that you want to do. You know that there are some projects that you want to get to, and you want to clear out the noise so that you can focus on them. for the first time in a few weeks, I did my full. Excuse me, I just turned over. I got a burp. I did my full shoulder, back, spine ritual. Oh, and earlier that day, I did my. Oh, yeah, jump rope too. Damn, I've been on it. I jump rope for the first time in like months. I didn't do too much. I did maybe 200 skips, 50 at a time, and stretched in between each 50 set. And then I did my lower half stretches earlier yesterday. So I did just about my whole ritual. And I woke up feeling so amazing. My face was less puffy because, you moving your body, you doing some type of exercise. Even if you're disabled, if possible, somebody else can move your limbs for you just so you get that blood flow and the lymphatic fluid moving. I woke up less puffy, even though I had some tequila for Cinco de Mayo. I woke up less puffy than I actually did the day before, and I didn't drink. I haven't had a stitch of alcohol in weeks. Well, I think going on months now. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I haven't had a stitch of alcohol in like 2 months, I think. Anyway, I felt amazing. I felt really good. Even though I didn't get 8 hours of sleep, I woke up feeling so refreshed, full of creative energy. There's an adult word for creative energy. It starts with an H and ends with a Y. If you know, you know. I'm not going to say it on YouTube. But, and it felt so good. I felt like I had a good amount of energy. I did have coffee. But that was because, what happened? I just wanted coffee, that's why. I wanted to taste the coffee, that's it. But I've been moving my body, I've been moving around. I did eat a lot today, so I felt a little stuffed. So I let my food digest, and then I was moving my body, and then something said, okay, you've been moving enough. It's time to lay down and let your body do what it's going to do. I feel somebody's sleep schedule has been changing. Like you may have been a night owl and now you're waking up earlier or vice versa. If you can, don't fight it. Like if you work from home or you have a flexible schedule, do not fight it. That's your body trying to regulate with the season, with the energy going on. Your body is telling you to, if you've been a night owl and you're starting to wake up a lot earlier, your body is telling you to get out and get some sun after you wake up. You need that vitamin D. Let the sun touch your skin. Now, if you're somewhere cold, dress accordingly, but let the sun touch your skin for at least, I say 20 minutes, because you need at least 20 minutes. If you're brown skin like me, you need at least 20 minutes to actually absorb the sun. If you're lighter, you need a little less, to get that. But just let the sun touch your skin. If you're somewhere where you could wear a dress or shorts or something, wear shorts and a t-shirt or a dress, and let it get on your arms, your chest, your legs, your feet. You just let the sun touch your skin. Even better, bonus points if you let the sun touch the back of your neck. There's a point there in Qigong that is at the base of your neck that connects to your spine. Let it touch your hair and your forehead and things. And just be, if you can, for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever. If you were waking up earlier and now you're a night owl, your body is trying to tell you that maybe the sun is too much. My thing cut off. Basically, I don't know when it cut off my camera. Basically, if you were a night owl and now you're waking up earlier, get out in the sun for at least 5, 10, 20 minutes. Let it touch your chest, your legs, your arms, and things. And if you're a night owl now, or your sleep schedule has been changing to becoming a night owl, I feel like that means that the sun, the energy from the sun is too much for you during the day. If you've noticed that you may have been a little aggravated, or you notice you're a little irritated more now, you're quick to anger and things, it's the energy of the sun, it's the radiation. So if you notice your sleep schedule has you sleeping or sleepy more during the day, maybe eat a little lighter. I'm getting soups, salads, a lot more fruit, a lot more hydrating foods is what you need. And then at night, you nurture yourself. Look up yin yoga, YIN yoga, and maybe do that before bed. There's this amazing instructor, love her. Her channel name is Chi Yoga with Lu Chen. I'll put her name down in the description box. She does some beautiful, it's called Chi Yoga. So it's combining the yoga with the Qigong. And she does some beautiful flows that help you relax and help you. She also has some that help you with your lymphatic system as well as inflammation and things. And look that up and do that at night. Maybe before bed, or if you find you can't sleep in the middle of the night. She has like short videos, 5, 7, 9 minutes that you can do just to help you relax yourself. Because I feel like your energy is too overstimulated. A lot of people's energy is too overstimulated now, and they can't handle the energy from the sun that they're getting, on top of any dietary things that they're doing, if they're eating too much or drinking too much or eating too much protein and things, when their body is trying to tell them to slow down and eat a little lighter. Eat a little lighter. Maybe smaller meals more frequently throughout the day. Maybe adding in more fruit. Adding in maybe some trail mix if your stomach can handle it, with the raisins, cranberries, maybe a few almonds or sunflower seeds, that type of stuff. Just for a little bit of fiber. Don't eat too much of that. I've eaten too much of those mixes and was let's just say the bathroom didn't see me for a few days, other than, one, don't do that. But it was so good. Like I was craving it so bad because it had been a while since I had it, and I just kept eating it. Don't do that. But your body is asking for you. If you notice that you're more aggravated during the day, your body is asking for you to go inward, to nurture yourself, to mother yourself. Maybe do some moon bathing. The moon is the mother. Maybe take some more baths. If you can't take a bath, take a shower. And yes, do your ritual, your routine, but also just sit or just stand there and just feel the water over you. I like to, I don't know if you can hear the music in my background, but I like to play siren frequencies in the background, or whatever peaceful frequency. Here's how you can tell what music is AI and what isn't on YouTube. If it was created prior to 2 years ago, I like to say 2 years ago, even though AI has been around for longer than what a lot of people realize. 2 or more years ago, or 3 years ago, it's safe that it is not AI. Somebody actually had to create it. And those frequencies will be a lot better than, watching the new stuff. So put on some frequencies and just allow your body to just feel the water and just be with the water. Nurture yourself. You need more love. We all need more love, but especially if you notice you've been a lot more agitated or irritated or, bothered during the day, you need more love. Anybody that's not treating you with love, baby, cut them off. I ain't talking about your moody teenagers. I'm talking about them grown adults that you allow talk to you crazy or treat you any type of way. It's time to cut them off. If you can't cut them off, it's time to start affirming that you got better people around you. Period. I have people who love on me, around me. I have people who love to nurture me, around me. Just start saying that, repeating it. Repeat it like your life depends on it if it does. Is there anything else? I need to go get something to eat before it gets too late. Somebody needs to go to a zoo or an aquarium or both. Go to a petting zoo if you have children, because I think you have to have children to go to a petting zoo. Go to a petting zoo. Or if you live close to a rural area, see if there are any local farms around you that allow you to go and be around the animals. Maybe make that a plan for the summertime. Somebody needs to go be around some animals, especially like baby animals. Animals have like such healing frequencies, and it's crazy that so many people are afraid of animals. We know why: trauma and other things. Also sometimes ignorance and not being around them. But when you are around, animals can sense fear. They absolutely can. Like all animals. Except for geese. Geese are just evil. And emus. I had a beef with an emu at the DC Zoo. Every time I would go, it would scream and run up to the gate, run up to the fence. I'm like, yeah, I don't like you either. I love birds, but emus are different. No, they're hilarious. If you want to laugh, watch an emu run around on YouTube. Just search emus running. Somebody said they always run like they're late for a meeting and can't find their keys. That's what you need to do. Somebody needs to go and watch some adorable animal videos and just allow the cuteness to just cover you. Go watch some adorable animal videos and just watch them just all day. Like what YouTube was known for back in the day, cat videos. That's literally how YouTube got famous. Cat videos. People uploading videos of their cats. Go and watch some adorable animal videos. Ooh, if you watch what is his name? Rockstar, spelled with an X, RX, and then Rockstar. He does these voiceovers for these animals. It's hilarious. Him and Tony. Oh, I know his name. I love him. He's bald and he does the voiceover videos. Tony. He's on All Deaf Digital. I cannot think of his name. I'm going to have to look it up. But he does voiceover videos for the animals. Both of them are hilarious. If you need a good laugh and you also want to see some animals be animals, with human voices, go search both of them. Tony. Hold on, I'm about to search it. Because I want to tell y'all. Tony. What is that man's name? He is so funny. Tony. Animal voiceovers. Tony Baker. Yeah, that's his name. If you search funny animal voiceovers, Tony Baker, or just Tony Baker animal voices, oh, you're going to have a good laugh. As well as Rockstar. I think it's Rockstar RXCKSTAR, I think. And you search that with the animal voices, both of those. Matter of fact, I'm probably about to watch them as soon as I get off of here. It's been a while since I've watched them. But somebody just needs nurturing energy all around you. Watch those cartoons that you used to watch. Don't feel silly if you're an adult. You ain't too old to enjoy cartoons, okay? Like you ain't too old to enjoy to keep watching SpongeBob if you like SpongeBob, or to watch Ed, and Eddie, or that TV show H2O with the mermaids. You are not too old. Go watch them. I was watching the Twilight Zone because I wanted some mystery, like some whodunit. Child, that show. And I grew up with my mother watching it, but I vaguely remember watching the show other than like a few episodes that stuck out to me. Somebody just needs to watch that type of content. I think that's all I got right now. Be nice to yourself. Be kind to yourself, okay? Repeat after me. Something good is going to happen to me today. And if you like these, let me know in the comment section and I'll, keep uploading them. But until next time, I love you. I'm proud of you. Nurture yourself or we're going to have beef. Bye.